New York State feels very strongly about these issues, and I feel very strongly about this issue. I am New York State Senator James Sanders Jr., and I am absolutely gratified and amazed to meet you. There have been those who have come to me from the Indian community, and they have told me that the problem does not exist. If it doesn't exist, why not? Why do you have trouble with the law? We have an obligation to not break under pressure that they may bring at us. We will see this one through, and we're actually doing it for the oppressors. We're doing it for them. We're doing it to liberate them from the disease, from the madness that entraps them.
And this is our Martin Luther King, who gave us rights in the Constitution in India.
We had a slogan called Jai Bhim, I Have a Dream.
There you go.
Because Jai Bhim is salutes to Dr. Ambedkar, but really to the Dalit liberation movement. And we see this movement advancing on the lineage of civil rights movement in this country. And it is no mistake that you are, one of the ones championing this work. So thank you so much. Thank you. Like, we're so grateful.
Say Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Our leader, Dr. Ambedkar, we are here today because he was.
I accept it in the spirit that is given. The rights that were earned by the Dalit people are rights that have to be established throughout the world. There's no place that I can go. If I turn my back on this, I'm turning my back on myself. I could not. My ancestors will not allow me to not support you in struggle.
No.
God bless America. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat.
On May 5th, a group of 20 or so anti-caste activists went to Albany, the capital of New York State, to lobby for the first ever anti-caste discrimination bill.
What do we want?
Equal protection under the law.
Now!
If New York passes this bill, it would become the first state in the United States to make caste a protected category under the law. Swati, how are you feeling?
Very much.
I'm excited. I'm hopeful.
Thank you.
Swati Savant is a Dalit lawyer who authored the text of this bill. She was inspired after she couldn't get justice for a client in a case from 2018.
My client was he was a Nepali citizen, Dalit. Dalit meaning broken people. He was working in an Indian restaurant and he faced a lot of discrimination, harassment, exclusion, and then he was not allowed to sit with other co-workers. He was not allowed to eat with other co-workers, and they would not touch him. They're saying, you are impure blood. He escalated with manager, and manager said, look, we know instead of 10 people firing, why don't you go? He has to leave that job.
Savant shared her client's case with several lawmakers and explained how both the U.S.'s Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and New York's Human Rights Division did not investigate the case.
And New York State Division of Human Rights said, look, we do understand this is a caste discrimination. Mm-hmm. We are not denying it. But we don't have caste as a protected category under the law. And so this is beyond our jurisdiction.
I'm aware of the issue, but most of the articles that I've seen online have been centered around California trying to pass caste-related laws and running into hurdles. I have had people say, the concept of this is Hindu-phobic, or acknowledging caste as an issue in this country is racist.
While the bill doesn't target any faith group in particular, it's facing intense pushback from some Hindu organizations.
These people who are basically anti-Hindu agenda-driven activists, they have a very simple agenda: to essentially silence Hindus. The problem with caste is it is deeply associated in curriculum, in conversations, in the media, in many places with Hinduism. If you have the tilak, or if you are vegetarian, or any such markers, you will be automatically profiled.
But many Hindus don't feel that way.
I think it is important and incumbent on me to talk about the ridiculous talking points from a very small minority in the right that talk about how this bill is Hindu-phobic. This bill actually benefits the Hindu community as a whole instead of hurting us. And it gives us the ability to stand up and say, no, we stand against caste discrimination. That's not our culture. That's not what our theology teaches us. And then push back against racists who use that as a talking point.
And it's not just Hindus. Many from different faiths support this bill, like Raj Kumar, who's a Rabadasia Sikh.
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੀੜਤ ਲੋਕ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਕਾਸਟ ਬੇਸ ਤੇ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੋ ਪੀੜਾ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਪੀੜਤ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਦੀ ਪੀੜਾ ਕੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ
In 2023, activists advocated for a similar bill in California. That bill passed the state Senate and Assembly with overwhelming margins, but was ultimately vetoed by the governor, who said caste discrimination was already prohibited under the category of ancestry, and therefore not necessary. And while many felt that wasn't a total win, Savant says it's better than nothing.
Like, even though there is no caste as a separate category in California, but governor said that caste is part of ancestry. So they have something in writing. Are you going to write specifically that they will investigate this case?
Swati Sawant, for example, who became a famous lawyer, she should know that you first go and apply, try to say, okay, I have tried to sue based on these categories, but I have not, gotten remedy, and therefore I'm coming to the legislators to say, hey, here's a lawsuit. We did not win it. New York courts threw it out because they said that there is no such category. Now I want you to create a law that allows me to do something like that. None of that process was followed.
Complainant's presentation of the facts suggests that he was discriminated against because of his caste, which is not a protected classification under the human rights law. Because of his caste, his allegations are beyond the jurisdiction of the division. Clearly states that because they don't have a law. When this case came to me, I was in India in the hospital, like my husband's mom was not well. We had to file within 2 days. And I did I asked my husband I will work on this case. So morning till evening, I finished it before the statute of limitation. So he did not lose his right to file. But his facts were so compelling. The way he was discriminated, I thought this is possible. I believed it. And so that's why, and I'm glad that I did it. That's why we have something to show.
The Carnegie Endowment's Indian American survey found that 5 to 7% of their respondents say they've experienced caste discrimination. It's difficult for many to come out with these stories, but Punyavati Ramtel was willing to.
I feel so hurt. It's painful hurt because I never think in America I face like this story.
She's a domestic worker who immigrated from Nepal in 2015.
I came to New York carrying big dream. At first, I stayed in the home of a family from the Newar community in Kathmandu. However, after some times, they asked me to vacate the room because they considered me to be from a lower caste.
She also faced difficulties with employment.
I went for an interview to work as a domestic workers for an Indian family. At first, they were very impressive by my work experience and skills. However, when the conversation turned to caste and I disclosed my true identity, their attitude suddenly became cold and distant. In the end, I was not selected for the job because I belongs to the so-called lower caste. I'm always scared to give an introduction, like only I'm Punyavati from Nepal, because the last name always allowed our caste. So that this is a different painful when they hide our identity.
I really appreciate your bravery for bringing this story to us, because we don't want what you went through to be experienced by other people who don't have the same bravery and support system that you have. Not everyone has, especially folks who are coming into this country or coming into the city by themselves. But I do want to let you know, the member has already told us he is okay to sign on to A692.
We will keep doing it until the session closes. Every little efforts counts. I think they were glad to know about this kind of a discrimination that we brought to their attention.
2, 3. Thank you, Assemblymember Anderson! Woo!
I'm hopeful. I'm enjoying this process, like meeting them, this coalition building, creating awareness. People now know about it, so I think that matters. So we are getting there.